The Chinese giant salamander is the largest amphibian still living on Earth today, a true relic of prehistoric times. But what truly sets it apart isn't just its massive size. It's the eerie sound it makes when distressed, a cry hauntingly similar to that of a human baby. Dwelling in cold freshwater streams and hidden underground caves, this ancient creature relies solely on pure, oxygen-rich water to survive. Remarkably, it has remained virtually unchanged for millions of years, a living, fossil-defying evolution itself. Beyond its biological uniqueness, the giant salamander holds immense medical, cultural, and culinary value. As demand surges in both traditional medicine and luxury cuisine, specialized farms have begun to implement advanced breeding techniques to raise these creatures on a commercial scale. But make no mistake, breeding the Chinese giant salamander is no easy feat. Dive into the mysterious world of this elusive amphibian and uncover secrets that few have ever seen in the video ahead. The Chinese giant salamander, scientifically known as Andreas davidianus, is one of the most remarkable amphibians on Earth. Reaching lengths of up to 1.8 meters and weighing as much as 64 kilograms, it's a creature that stuns both scientists and spectators alike. However, most specimens raised in captivity typically grow to between 1 and 1.5 meters, weighing around 25 to 30 kilograms, still giants by any amphibian standard. Due to its critically endangered status, wild populations have seen a drastic decline. As a result, the role of captive breeding has evolved far beyond culinary demand. These specialized farming efforts have now become a vital component of conservation programs, where every new hatchling represents a flicker of hope for preserving this ancient survivor of prehistoric times. Raising the Chinese giant salamander is far from a simple farming task. It's a highly intricate process, requiring meticulous control of the environment to replicate the creature's natural habitat with uncanny precision, because in this case, survival hinges on the smallest details. These amphibians thrive in cold, clean, oxygen-rich fresh water, mirroring the mountain streams and underground cave systems where they have lived for millions of years. To simulate this in captivity, farms must invest in large tanks with smooth, sloped bottoms, a subtle yet crucial design that allows the salamanders to move freely without injuring their soft, delicate bodies. More critically, the water circulation and oxygenation systems must be perfectly maintained. Even a slight dip in water quality can lead to stress, loss of appetite, and disease, severely hindering their growth. Despite their prehistoric size and form, these creatures are remarkably sensitive, and in captivity, their survival depends almost entirely on human precision and care. One of the most fascinating and unusual aspects of breeding the Chinese giant salamander lies in its reproduction process, a natural phenomenon that sets this amphibian apart from every other farm-raised animal on Earth. Unlike livestock or poultry, giant salamanders have a unique and delicate breeding cycle that demands precise control of temperature and water conditions to stimulate mating behaviors. During the breeding season, the male digs a cave, a carefully constructed nest, where the female lays her eggs. A single female can produce 400 to 500 eggs in one season, an astonishing number. But what's truly remarkable is the unexpected parental role of the male. For 5 to 6 months, he remains in the nest to guard the eggs, even going so far as to consume infected ones to protect the healthy offspring. To optimize survival rates, farmers often step in to assist. The eggs are gently collected and transferred to specialized incubation tanks where water quality and temperature are tightly controlled. In a meticulous process requiring extreme patience, breeders massage the female's abdomen by hand to extract the eggs, each movement deliberate, calculated, and performed with the utmost care to ensure the safety of both the mother and her eggs. Behind each tiny egg lies a biological marvel, and perhaps the key to saving a species teetering on the brink of extinction. After being carefully extracted from the female, the eggs are transferred into specialized incubation tanks, where temperature and water quality are monitored with extreme precision. Inside each delicate shell, life begins to stir. Over time, the embryo transforms into a miniature salamander, with tiny eyes, a curled tail, and developing lymphocytes form, gradually taking shape in a silent, hidden world. When the time is right, the hatchling begins to wiggle and tear through the soft membrane, emerging into life for the very first time. This fragile yet awe-inspiring process can take several hours to half a day, depending on environmental conditions. The days that follow are critical. These vulnerable larvae are placed under intense supervision in protective nursery tanks, shielded from threats and nurtured in optimal conditions. Only when they grow stronger will they be moved to larger habitats ready to face the next chapter of survival. Each tiny hatchling represents a spark of hope, a living miracle of nature carefully nurtured by human hands. The Chinese giant salamander is a true carnivore, requiring a high-protein diet to fuel its growth and preserve its predatory instincts. In the wild, it relies on its powerful jaws and lightning-fast reflexes to hunt a variety of prey insects, small fish, and crustaceans. As a nocturnal predator, it thrives under the cover of darkness, using its keen sense of smell and ultra-sensitive skin to detect even the slightest movements in the water before striking with sudden force. To replicate these natural behaviors in captivity, salamanders are typically fed at night. Their farm-raised diet consists of earthworms, fresh fish, and specially formulated protein-rich pellets designed to support rapid and healthy growth. With the right nutritional care, farm salamanders can reach market size within just a few years, far outpacing their wild counterparts. However, feeding must be carefully controlled. Overfeeding can lead to leftover waste, which degrades water quality and fosters harmful bacteria, posing a serious threat to the entire tank population. Once they reach full maturity, Chinese giant salamanders are harvested and processed to serve various high-end industries, most notably in luxury cuisine. In parts of China, giant salamander meat is considered an exquisite delicacy, often reserved for lavish banquets and elite gatherings, where it symbolizes wealth, prestige, and social status. Its meat is prized for its tender texture and subtle flavor, making it ideal for soups and stews that enhance both taste and nutritional value. In some regions, it is even cooked with traditional herbs and medicinal spices, believed to offer health benefits such as boosted immunity and increased longevity, further elevating its status in both culinary and cultural traditions. But beneath the surface of this gastronomic grandeur lies a sobering reality. In the wild, the Chinese giant salamander teeters on the brink of extinction. Since the 1950s, wild populations have plummeted by over 80%, driven by habitat destruction, pollution, and illegal poaching. In response, China banned the hunting and trade of wild salamanders in 1988. Since then, conservation efforts, habitat restoration, and captive breeding programs have become the primary strategies to preserve the species and ensure that this living relic of the ancient world does not vanish from our planet. If you found this video fascinating and want to learn more about the incredible world of giant salamander farming in China, make sure to like, comment in China9 ETS, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any exciting videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know what you think about this unique method of farming giant salamanders. And if you've ever considered trying giant salamander meat, we'd love to hear your opinion. Follow us for more captivating content on the world of livestock, farming, and agriculture. You'll be surprised by what we have in store. We're here to bring you the most fascinating stories. Join us in exploring this amazing world together. Did you know that abalone is one of the rarest and most valuable seafood species in the world? Every year, abalone undergoes a magical process of reproduction and growth, contributing to the enrichment of marine ecosystems. But the real question is, how are abalone farmed and bred? And how do they end up as highly nutritious delicacies enjoyed around the world? Join us as we explore the entire process of abalone farming and processing, from the early stages of reproduction to the moment they transform into exquisite dishes packed with nutritional value. You won't want to miss this fascinating journey. The abalone breeding process begins with a crucial step: parent stock management, where selecting and caring for the adult abalones before they enter the breeding season is key. These parent abalones are carefully gathered and kept in specialized tanks, where clean seawater and a continuous aeration system maintain the optimal living conditions. They are fed a free-feeding diet of seaweed, ensuring they remain healthy and ready for successful reproduction. When the time is right, healthy parent abalones are carefully chosen to take part in the breeding process. At this stage, breeding is closely monitored, with every step controlled to ensure the production of high-quality seed stock. Once the abalones lay their eggs, they are carefully collected and transferred to specialized incubation machines, where oxygen is gently provided to maintain ideal conditions. The eggs are carefully examined, their quantity estimated, and the incubation process continues under optimal conditions for the larvae's development. As they grow, abalone larvae are placed in nursery tanks equipped with specialized settling plates that create natural shelters and provide an initial food source. The water environment is carefully maintained and gradually replaced to ensure the highest quality for the larvae's development. Once the larvae reach the right size, they are transferred to nursery tanks with floating cages, where the water is regularly treated and filtered to maintain the ideal living conditions. During this stage, abalones are continually fed fresh seaweed, with their diet and water quality being regularly monitored to ensure healthy and robust growth. When the abalones reach the appropriate size, they are moved to sea cages, where the clean, flowing water provides a stable and abundant natural food source, allowing them to continue growing and maturing in an environment that closely resembles their natural habitat. During this stage, abalones primarily feed on various types of fresh seaweed to ensure they have adequate nutrition. To guarantee a steady food supply, farmers regularly harvest the seaweed and transport it to each cage using either cranes or manual methods. The abalones are constantly monitored for growth rate, health status, and environmental factors to maintain optimal farming conditions. When the abalones reach a size of 7 to 10 centimeters, they are carefully harvested through a meticulous process. This process is designed to ensure the highest product quality, with each abalone being gently handled. In some farms, abalones are pulled from the cages, and farmers carefully remove each one, ensuring the shells are not damaged and soft tissues are not harmed. This harvesting technique helps maintain the commercial value of abalones and minimizes losses during the transportation process. In other farms, different harvesting methods are employed to enhance efficiency and minimize disturbances, ensuring that abalones retain their freshness after being removed from the farming environment. The harvesting method for abalones can vary depending on the region. While some farms use cranes to lift the cages, in other areas, farmers dive directly to the sea floor to harvest abalones by hand. This method requires high skill and extensive experience, enabling farmers to select abalones that meet the highest standards while still protecting the natural habitat. Hand harvesting not only ensures quality but also contributes to the sustainability of the marine ecosystem. After harvesting, the abalones are quickly transported to the processing plant to preserve their freshness and high quality. Once in the plant, the first step is to store the abalones in clean water tanks, allowing them to expel any remaining impurities from the harvesting process. This step is crucial to ensuring that the abalones meet the highest standards before entering the processing and distribution stages. After a certain period, the abalones will be transferred to the automatic cleaning system where specialized rotating cages continuously work to remove sand, algae, and dirt from the surface of the shells. This is a crucial step, not only to ensure hygiene standards but also to guarantee the abalones meet the highest quality before moving on to the next processing stage. Once the cleaning process is complete, the abalones are moved to the processing area, where skilled workers will manually close the shells with meticulous care to preserve the meat inside. This process requires a high level of craftsmanship, as even the slightest mistake can compromise the product's quality. Immediately after, the abalones are lightly steamed to preserve their fresh taste and maintain their quality before moving to the next step, cutting. The cutting size depends on the processing requirements. The abalones can either be left whole, sliced thinly, or finely chopped, depending on their intended use in future dishes. Abalone products, once packaged, can be served in a variety of ways, such as combined with rice or porridge, depending on market demand and consumer preferences. These products adhere to food safety standards, ensuring high quality and nutritional value. Moreover, the field of abalone farming is continuously researched and developed, especially in disease control, to create abalone strains that are better suited to various environments, thereby enhancing global product quality. Collaboration between scientists, businesses, and governments plays a critical role in the sustainable development of the abalone farming industry. In addition to providing significant economic value, abalone farming also contributes to environmental protection and the development of coastal communities. One of the notable practices is the integration of abalone farming with seaweed and other marine species, which helps maintain and stabilize marine ecosystems. This method is an effective environmental protection strategy, improving water quality and reducing negative impacts from agricultural activities. Furthermore, abalone farming plays an important role in ecological balance, as it helps control algae growth and creates a suitable habitat for many other marine organisms. The abalone farming process not only requires meticulousness, but also requires close supervision at every stage, from care to harvest. Thanks to the application of advanced abalone farming methods, the abalone farming industry has not only developed steadily, but also brought significant economic benefits. If you find this video useful, don't forget to share and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the latest information. Leave a comment below to share your thoughts or ask questions about the abalone farming process. Thank you for watching.